Good morning. I'm Carter Burke. I'm currently a 16-year-old sophomore at Episcopal High School and an Eagle Scout. As some of you may know, to become an Eagle Scout, you must plan, lead, and execute a community service project. Last year, I thought of and executed my Eagle Scout project. Some scouts build benches or picnic tables, which is great, but I wanted to do something bigger. One day, I was brainstorming for what to do for my Eagle project. I knew I wanted to do something that mattered to me, so I would be invested and committed to it. I've always loved math, so I chose to do an algebra tutoring camp. I've always applied myself as much as possible in math because it is fun for me. I knew that if I used my math skills, I would be able to leave the most significant impact on the people I helped because it is my biggest strength. I wanted to give back and teach underprivileged kids that might not have had the opportunity to learn math the easy and fun way. I began to research and look for a place where I could have the most considerable impact. That place turned out to be KIPP Academy. I started by messaging the principal, and the principal liked the idea. She put me in contact with the right people in order to make this project happen, and I ran with it from there. At the beginning of my project, I gave out a baseline test to see where all 40 students were so I could know what to target my tutoring on. I formed my quiz with the guidance of the principal and a math teacher at KIPP. Unfortunately, very few of the students were able to answer any questions on the exam I gave out. Not one of them was able to complete more than 25% of the quiz correctly. I created the material for the students by making my curriculum specific to their needs. After the first day of testing, I could tell that many of them did not understand the concept of a variable. So, the next day, I started them off with one-step and two-step equations. My team used the EDGE method, which we learned in scouting, to teach them about isolating variables. We explained how to isolate variables by using the order of operations, demonstrated a few two-step equations on the whiteboard, guided the students through some simple algebraic problems, and enabled the students that understood the concepts to teach it to their peers and successfully isolate variables for their upcoming test. I got many problems for my worksheet from old STAR tests to prepare them adequately to retake the test after my tutoring camp. Each worksheet was made after the previous day in order to mold it specifically to the needs of my students. By the end of the week, after lots of hard work, most of them could pass the quiz, and a few even got perfect scores. This project was important because it gave the kids at KIPP an opportunity for hands-on tutoring that they might not have otherwise received. They were able to learn and have fun at the same time. At the start, almost every kid came in quietly, unhappy to be there. By the end, it felt like my team really connected with the students at KIPP because they ran into the classroom and were excited to be there. These students went from not understanding what a variable was to being able to solve complicated and multi-step algebraic equations. A scout is taught to help other people at all times. This project helped me understand the impact I could have on people if I put my mind to it and find a way to give back positively to our community. I am happy to announce that I will be bringing my project back this summer and plan to continue and expand it as long as possible. I want to thank everyone who helped me throughout scouting because this project would not have been able to happen without your support. I want to thank my parents for guiding me along the way, Mr. Casey for being a good mentor, Mr. Williams for helping me organize this project, Mr. Newcomb for supporting my project's growth, and all the scouts who volunteered to make it happen. I also want to thank everyone who showed up here this morning to support me and everyone else in scouting. Thank you.